Not much. I haven't packed much at all.
You know what I did? So over the weekend, I just threw everything out. Like I was like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. And it's like, you should see the garage. It's ridiculous. It is dumb.
So you have to have a staging area when you're packing for a trip, right?
Right.
I mean, are all our lights on? It looks weird. Maybe it's just because we're wearing black shirts. I'm just seeing the monitors.
I want to paint
Hey, everybody.
it black.
Our backlights don't seem to be.
Yeah. We're gonna play with the lights live while we're doing this. Whatever.
But yeah, you have to have a staging area of all your gear. But the problem is when you get back from 2 trips in a row and you don't clear it out.
You're unpacking. You're packing again. Now you need to do like a reset.
A hard reset. But we are back. I'm back. I've been missing all our Gun Talk Hunt fans. But you know what? Good thing. Luke just texts me directly now, and so I get my.
Oh, he's like, you're live?
Yeah, he's like my live.
Your tester.
So, he is.
Did you like his episode?
He loved his episode. He was so if you didn't know, Luke Capria, he came down with his beautiful family and went through the FPD experience and had just a blast. And we were texting about it, and he was like, "It's getting really good, like comments on it." I was like, "Well, yeah, you did really good on it." So
you never know what those comments would be online.
So why do we have so much crap here out on the table?
It's a lot.
But let's first, let's go ahead and announce our winner.
Okay. Who is the winner?
The prize pack. It's James Vincent. He gets looks like some snap caps, some videos, some Springfield Armory swag. But congratulations, James Vincent. You won. But today.
And if he needs a different size, we'll pick out a different size T-shirt.
Yeah. But James Vincent, you win.
If he's a Smarge.
That's Chris Sereno.
That's Sereno.
But I
Sidebar.
like that you threw me under the bus. Like, oh, so the same size KJ wears. I caught that.
Chris Sereno has some of the best sayings out there. I don't think he was in the military, but he should have been, or been like a tugboat captain, because he's got these sayings. It's like, you're looking at me like a frog looks at a wristwatch.
My favorite is the soup sandwich.
Dude, you're a soup sandwich.
Yep. I mean, it happens, but...
Do we have anybody sponsoring our thing today?
We do.
All right, Gun Talk Live is brought to you by Hodgdon, the Gunpowder People, and Benelli. Dominate the moments. For 75 years, Timney Triggers has made quality triggers in the U.S. for a variety of long guns and now for handguns as well. Find your competitive edge with the Alpha Competition Series trigger for Glocks. That's right. Glock pistols.
It's so much fun. I just got a Glock in, and I'm like, I hope I have a Timney trigger.
It's a competition trigger for your Glock, so it's a 3-pound trigger weight. It's available for Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5s, and it's easy to install. Check them out at timneytriggers.com. Also, while ammo on the shelves is increasing, it can still be hard to find. But you can buy directly at sigsauer.com. Okay, I keep saying this is a secret. Maybe it's not anymore because I've told you guys several times. They have ammunition, brass, bullets, all in stock. All the different calibers you're looking for, updated daily, ready to go, ready to ship. sigsauer.com/ammunition. And also, if you need ammo, Brownells has ammo too.
They're getting more and more back in stock, and I think we're seeing a little bit of price decrease.
From the bench to the range to the field, Brownells has you covered. 556-223-65 Grindle, 17 HMR, all you weirdos out there, and everything in between. I know, but actually I just discovered a 17 in storage the other day. I didn't even know that we had.
No.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
It happens around here.
We'll talk.
Lockdown. Lockdown gets even more high tech with their Logic line of Wi-Fi enabled security products, the Puck Gen 2 Smart Plug.
Words is hard.
What do you do, Ryan? I talk for a living sometimes. Logic Secure Camera, Logic Line. Check it out, lockdown.com. Hey, wait a minute. Pay attention to this part. I knew you were tuning me out because it was the sponsor part. Use code GunTalk10 for 10% off.
Site-wide for everything.
Everything, the whole
So
thing. Just
what's cool about that is the vault door.
yes,
10% off
that's like hundreds of dollars.
that door.
Yeah,
So
vault door. Build yourself a vault.
maximize what they give you.
So don't forget, visit guntalk.com/win and enter Guntalk's September Silence giveaway. Grand prize winner, check this out, the CVA Cascade Rifle, Silencer Central's Banish 30 Suppressor,
Any day now, I get it.
and a $500 gift certificate to True Timber. And one first prize winner receives a True Timber gift certificate. Enter now through September 30th at guntalk.com/win.
Just in time for hunting seasons everywhere. Speaking of hunting seasons, this story just came across and I heard about it a couple days ago. I just wanted to touch on it real briefly. I know it's not in our little show notes, but a hunter in Colorado in the San Juan National Forest has been shot and killed. And he was mistaken for an elk. Two hunters are out. They probably get to calling, and they're calling back and forth. Oh my gosh, the elk's getting closer. These guys are moving in. I see white. I throw up my gun. I shoot. Oh, got the elk. Turns out not an elk.
There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse. I thought it was an animal. I saw white, so I threw the gun up
Yeah.
and shot. There's no excuse. You have to identify what you're shooting, and unfortunately, this happens every year. It seems like this happens.
Multiple times every year, and guys always step back, and it gives them a chance to look and examine. You know, well, how could that happen? Like, it happens because you're an idiot.
Yeah. You have to. What were you shooting at? Well, I'm pretty sure it was a deer. No, pretty
What
sure.
were you shooting at?
Did you
What?
see a deer?
4 rules of gun safety. They always apply. They apply at home. They apply on the range. They apply out in the field. Like, there is no excuse to this. Like, it drives me nuts to read stories like this because hundreds of lives are going to be affected by this. And
Pete Barrett chimes in, positive ID in hunting as in war. I mean, it's just a reminder as we're ramping up into hunting season. I know you guys probably know, but just a reminder, you have to identify what you're shooting at and tell everybody you're with. And here's another thing. Here's a little idea for you. Before you go out, if you have maybe a group of friends or whatever we're going to go out hunting, take 90 seconds and just remind yourself, like, hey guys, just remember, we're not shooting, we identify the animal, we got to take good shots, be aware of our backstop, make sure it's not skylined. Just some of those little reminders to go, oh yeah, because I know you can get locked in, even if you saw the deer and how he skylined and you're shooting, you've done something wrong.
Well, we've had that instance.
Yeah,
we had that instance Wyoming antelope hunting when you and I were going last year.
Where you can't do it.
The antelope got to a point where, one, I didn't feel comfortable. What was beyond? I didn't know what was beyond the skyline, and so don't take the shot.
Yeah.
Wave goodbye. He lives to fight another day, and you make a good decision. It's okay not to take the shot.
Bobby says first-time gun owners and hunters. A lot of first-time gun owners, a lot of first-time hunters this hunting season.
Yep.
It's very possible that these people didn't grow up hunting. And it's very possible they haven't been through a hunter safety course. So they may not be familiar with the do's and don'ts.
Yeah. But I love the idea. You know, that gives us a great, it like spurs a lot of thought into my thinking on how, when you're hunting in big groups, I love that. Just take a moment. Hey guys, I just want to review.
Just a quick heads up.
Be that guy.
And it's specific to what you're doing, right? Like,
right.
Hey, we're waterfowl hunting. Be sure not to follow the bird into your hunting buddy's,
zone.
This is your zone. It's not this, right?
Right.
And just some of those things to go, oh yeah,
Take
okay.
smart shots. Like, I love that. It's just almost just have a safety briefing. And
it really does take 90 seconds and it's done.
Even if it's just you and another person, say, hey, if you're on the gun, hey, make sure I take good shots. Make sure, just verify
That's a good point. You know, if you
talk to
have
each other.
if you have someone hunting with you, sometimes there's a little bit of tunnel vision through that scope, and your buddy should be watching the animal and also what's around the animal.
Yes.
And there are places where we hunt where you go, wait a minute, whoa, there's a person, or wait a minute, there's a cow. I mean, there could be cattle
That
intermixed
happened last
with.
year too.
Yeah, we did have a situation where the antelope used cow as cover.
Yeah, and couldn't take the shot because, you know, I mean, it was a close shot, but I still did not feel confident that, I mean, I get some type of pass through.
And bullets pass through, and when they pass through, they're not necessarily going in the same straight
Right.
direction that you shot.
That's right.
So
Anyway,
weird
just
stuff happens.
Heads up, guys. Just be safe out there. I
Charlie
know,
says, don't forget KJ's 5th rule. Don't
Exactly.
count on the orange vest.
Now,
lot of applies on this.
Yeah, well, because archery hunters don't have to wear orange.
It depends on the state, I guess.
Yeah. Well, there you don't have to. Colorado, you did not have to. Archery hunters don't have to. However, if you are archery hunting during a rifle season, you have to wear like an orange hat or something like that. I know that's in Oklahoma, but
Yeah.
that's in a lot of states.
So what do we have on the table here, man? What are we doing
Oh
here?
my gosh.
So I didn't even, I was holding this gun, I didn't even tell him what I was holding.
Well, you kind of alluded to it, Benelli Lupo.
It's the Benelli Lupo.
But we'll get to that.
We're going to get to that in a sec?
Yeah, we're going to get
All
to
right.
that. So I've been on the road. I've been in Colorado doing an elk hunt. I've been at Crimson Trace media event at Gunsight. But I brought some goodies back from Gunsight that we were going to give away. We're going to give away a nope rope, some 511 stuff, t-shirt and hat, and a nope rope, which is super cool for your 223.
From
or
Tipton.
any 22. Man, there's something going on with YouTube. Like these guys
They're
aren't
quiet?
They're quiet today. It kind of makes me nervous.
They're busy. It's hump
Yeah.
day. They got to put in the work, you know.
they're getting
By
nowhere.
Thursday or Friday, they're sliding down
Yeah.
the dinosaur tail.
Yeah.
They've checked out.
That's true.
Yabba dabba doo.
That's a good point. But so a bunch of stuff has accumulated on us at the gun shop, and so I went by and I was like, "So what do you got for me today, fellas?" And they were like, "Oh boy, how long do you got?" We got something in from Smith & Wesson that I can't really say. I had to fill out some paperwork for it. They sent Aero Precision, sent an EPC for me to build up. 9mm. That's really cool. We've shot this before.
This is the funny part. This is
The
an AR-15 gun,
right.
basically.
Yeah.
The lower. Right?
It's a lower. I know they look great. They've done
cool.
a great job. Their packaging is actually kind of
really
impressed me.
nice.
It looks really good. But they kind of sent all the tools, so I just got to get it put together.
Thanks, Arrow. You guys rock.
I picked up a Sig Sauer 365.
I've heard
XL.
about that.
Yeah.
That's a gun
Can
that
you
they're
believe?
making now.
Can you believe this is the first one we've gotten in?
We've
We're a
shot them.
little
We
bit
work with
behind.
Sig.
We're a little bit behind.
Somehow it seems like we just keep missing them on that
And
one.
this one that I was holding up earlier, the grip, the feel, the M&P 12. So this was really cool.
The fabric of your life.
Man, we've shot this on Guns and
Yeah.
Gear. We had Corey down.
Look how short it is, how compact it is.
Yes, and that's what I like. I like, and it's about 8.3 pounds. Got a big rail up here for your optics. I kind of like the fact that they don't send optics because I feel that optics are very personal. That's kind of what you want on it. Bullpup design, but very cool. A whole box of mini shells can fit into this,
Yeah.
which is cool. And then you've got your barrel selector up here. And what you do...
Mag tube.
Mag tube, yeah.
Pick the mag tube.
Barrel selector. There's not multiple barrels in this. And it's side by side. But yeah, I like that because you can load one sleeve, one tube can be filled with like buckshot, the other is
Yes.
slugs.
Yeah, so you can select it.
Yeah, select it. So went and picked that up. What else?
We've got an ATN out here.
Oh, so
Can
that's
we show
stuff.
this?
Yes, we can show that.
That's lightweight, man. The OTS XLT handheld thermal monocular.
Man, that's going on Antelope hunt with us So yeah.
Certain states you can use it for scouting.
That's what that.
Check
That's,
your
that's
local
all,
regs.
That's all that is used for. This is a scouting tool for us, and we're going to use it. It's going to be awesome.
So today, if they comment, they are entered to win the Crimson Trace prize pack.
Yep.
Tipton Nope rope. Get all your goodies here.
A 511 little carry pouch for your range bag. But
the coolest gun that came out in the last few weeks is the GT25. It's a Ruger SR 1911 from the Ruger Custom Shop that we spec'd out, mostly Tom Gresham spec'd out, and they're building it. And
they're building it. They've sold quite a few. So if you are delaying,
it's limited
if you're dragging,
availability.
This is limited. 500 of them.
And this is a special gun. I think that some people, if we're used to buying polymer pistols, you're thinking stuff that's in the $400 to $700 range gun. This is not that. This is a special custom shop gun. The price is $16.99, so $1,700, but they're only making a maximum of 500.
Yeah.
It may even be a little bit less than that as the orders come in and what the availability is on the manufacturing of it. But it is a commander size, meaning it's a 4 1/4 inch barrel, so it's a little bit shorter package, but it's in 10 millimeter. And there's some certain things they've done on this gun. We put out a video about it. The undercuts, the serrations.
It's designed to shoot.
This is a shooter's gun. You think 10 millimeter, if you haven't shot a 10, yeah, it is more power, but in this configuration,
highly controllable.
Very controllable.
Highly controllable.
So if you want to know more.
If you want to know more, if you want to buy one, I've got a link in the description.
Okay, good.
On Dury's. So what what you do is you'll click on the link that says Dury's guns in the description. What it's going to do is it's going to take you to Dury's guns. From there, you'll see a banner. Click on that, and it'll kick you over to Gunbroker.
Heard of them.
And it also gives you the option to purchase 10 millimeter ammo with it because it's set aside just for this run.
We secured a bunch of Black Hills ammo. And Black Hills has actually never loaded 10 millimeter. And he's like, well, I could do that. I've got some cases and some bullets laying around.
Exactly. So this is kind of a special run. So you don't want to miss out on that.
Can I get ammo for it? Yes, you can.
So to tune this next segment up, so we're going to talk a little bit about the guns and some of the gear that we are going to take to Wyoming tomorrow. And we're going to meet some folks up there. We're going to hunt. We're going to have a good time. But every year I like to run this video because I think it's hilarious. And it's my buddy, Jeff. I'm sorry, but I'm going to throw you under the bus right now.
It's never going away.
Never.
You're probably going to see me puke now.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I really am.
You're not that sorry.
That video never gets old.
It never gets old.
So, I mean, a little bit of the backstory for some of you guys. I mean, if you follow the channel, you know you've seen this video before, and you're like,
Oh, jeez.
what a wuss. This guy just doesn't have the stomach for hunting. He never does this. He never does this, only on antelope, and I've never
What is up with that?
I don't know. But this video went on, we cut it down to 58 seconds simply for like Instagram, that they'll push it out right there. But it's so funny. This went on for 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, so we trimmed it down a lot. But every time, like, he couldn't look at it. like he would have a handful, and he couldn't look at it because at one point you see him look at it and go, and he has to step away. But that is by far like one of the funniest videos I think I've ever seen.
Bobby's like, hey, new disclaimer, not for weak stomach people. Sorry. Now you're part of it.
We blurred it out. We blurred it out as much as we can. But I think it's like the smell of it, because antelope, they don't smell that great. I don't think but it doesn't bother me.
Oh my gosh. That's
but one of my
hilarious.
favorite thing to do with new hunters, and I'm gonna do this to Kevin White when we're down there, So the first cleaning for me, like when we're, hunting or something like that, if you're new to it, the first cleaning's free. That's free. Like, this is an education. This is a learning opportunity.
I'll show you how to do it.
I'll show you how to do it. But you owe me one. Like, you owe me one. And then I'll park them where it's just, it's downwind. So then they get the full experience. Like, I want them to
really get in there.
Yeah, get in there.
You gotta earn it.
Yeah, so I hope we have one of those kind of weak stomach guys.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But we're using a lot of cool gear. And one of the pieces of equipment that I'm really excited to use is this. And I will be honest with you, I've never shot a critter with a 270.
Kind of weird.
That
Such
is
a common hunting caliber.
So common. I've never done it. But we are using Remington's new core lock tipped. The cool thing about this
is, have we confirmed?
We have confirmed that it will be whoever gets on the gun first will be the first to take an animal or an antelope with the core lock tipped ammunition. So I'm really stoked about that. So whoever draws the whatever straw it is.
We go Rochambeau for it or what?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We'll have a little tournament, a Rochambeau tournament. But no, that's and then we are using, like Ryan said, the XLT. I haven't had any time behind this, but the OTS XLT, we're going to take just for scouting purposes. So what I like to do is I'll pick an A plan, a B plan, and a C plan, and I'll go to my number one first, verify that I'm not going to get sprayed by a skunk. 2, that there's animals in the field.
He and skunks have a thing.
We do.
Yeah.
It's
drawn together.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie
There's
Gonzalez
a
is in.
gravitational pull.
Eddie Gonzalez is in. It's his first time watching live. Welcome in. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, Eddie.
Yeah.
The Benelli Lupo, the bolt gun. And you think of Benelli, you think of shotguns. But here's the other thing. Benelli is an Italian company. They're a sister company to Beretta.
Yeah.
Sister, brother, I don't know. Sister,
They can be whatever they want.
It's 2021.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not judging what gender company you are. But this is really stylized, and it has that Italian style to it. It has a fantastic trigger. I can't wait to shoot it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
A critter.
But that's some of the stuff that we're using. Our gear list for Wyoming is really easy. I was actually in the gun shop yesterday, and the owner, Joseph, out of CNS Gun Parlor, was like, oh man, he asked where we were going. He's like, oh man, I've always wanted to do that. Mm-hmm. I've always wanted to do that, but just trying to navigate and get around and just, outfitters, they cost so much. And I go, we don't use an outfitter. And he goes, what are you talking about? I go, it's all public land.
It's just DIY. You got to get drawn out. You have to draw a tag.
Right.
And
so
you just go there and you just get out your Onyx app and you start driving around.
And you drive around, you locate the areas where they're traditionally gathering, but it's really easy. And I told him, he was like, well, how much does it cost? And I was like, you can stop me, but I think you can get it done comfortably under $1,000.
Yeah, probably so.
Comfortably.
I mean, depending on how you do it, there's probably.
But you're talking about flights, your lodging, your meals. I think
renting a car, or you could drive there, depending on where you are. But
because because what we do is we split lodging, we split fuel costs, we split rental, just evenly across,
Yeah.
however many people you have, and it's a really good hunt for an introduction to Western big game hunting.
Yeah.
Probably the most iconic. Probably the most iconic animals out there is your antelope. What comments you got?
Mike says the lupo, it could identify as a daisy. Like a daisy, like a red rider?
Yeah.
It identifies as a red rider.
Jeff T actually did ask you, he saw the video about the Savage straight pull.
Oh, yeah.
The Impulse. What did you think about it?
I think it's super cool. I mean, the thing is, I think we said it in the video, straight pull is not a new idea. It's been around for a long time. Really popular in Europe because they're doing these driven hunts with wild boar and stuff like that. So it's very fast to run the gun. It's not semi-auto, so in Europe, that's helpful for those guys. What's a big deal about the Savage is it has those Savage features.
Yep.
The AccuTrigger, trigger, the AccuStock,
stock. Yep.
but then also completely ambi, you can switch the straight pull, the bolt, to the other side. I guess it's not a bolt, the handle to the other side.
Yeah,
and,
just the handle.
And it works. And then you can also swap out calibers, I believe.
Yes.
And there's just there's a lot of modularity to it. A lot of that comes from when you think about like the Blaser R8.
That's exactly
that's
what
an
comes to my
extremely modular, very nice straight pull gun, and the one of the reasons for that is in places like Germany and other places in Europe, you're only allowed to own like 3 guns. So if you're only allowed to own 3 guns, well, they figure out, the engineers are like, cool, well, we own 3 guns, but you can swap out the barrel and swap out the bolt, and you have multiple guns in one.
Yeah. It's a sweet shooting little gun.
Yeah, that Savage
Did
Impulse
you find
is
it to
nice.
be, how much quicker do you think your follow-up shots were with the Impulse
I would
as
say
opposed to a traditional bolt action?
I'm pretty quick on a bolt. It's a little bit quicker, but it's also it's a little easier to stay in the gun and on target. A bolt tends to people want to rise their head up when they're doing this.
Yeah.
And this is just straight back and forth, so you really don't have that.
Yeah.
So you're able to stay on target better.
That makes
The
sense.
other people that use the straight pull a lot are the biathletes.
Yeah.
So they're on target. They're not very minimal movement.
Yeah, for the same reason. They don't want to come off the stock, have to reset everything.
They move quick. It's like, but I think it's just like a lot of these guns come out. I mean, if you're not used to the platform, you just got to get used to it, and that'll become your new normal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, so we're headed out to Wyoming tomorrow. We actually have. I mean, I've put it out there many a times. If you guys have an interest in hunting Western big game, just let me know.
KJ will tell you where to go.
Well, I don't mind, and I know a lot of people like frown upon. What is it? They call it like, what do they call it? Like spotlighting or whatever it is, like showing you the areas to go.
Oh, you mean people like meat eater and backcountry hunters, anglers who
Yeah.
don't want to introduce new people to hunting? I said it.
Yep. But it's public land. It's public knowledge. And if you can have somebody who's already been there, done that, to help guide you, why not? KJ at guntalk.com. I'm an open book.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
hit us up.
You guys, man, get out there.
Be
Shoot
safe.
your guns.
Be safe. Be
You've
safe.
been
Be
buying
safe.
up ammo and guns. Go shoot them. They want to be shot. They miss you.
I'll tell you the ammo story for next week.
Your ammo is collecting dust.
We do. We will talk about that next week. We have the ever-evolving ammo saga from Michael.
Yeah.
It is a story to be told.
The ammo order from last year.
Yes.
All right, guys, be safe out there. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching Gun Talk Live. For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can always watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.